Having taught golf for so many years, whenever I see these golf commercials, okay, so this one, they're selling clothing, and they have this model who's doing his best impression of a golf swing. And oh my God, is it fucking bad? It's what I call classically bad, which means it looks like a beautiful golf swing because of their timing and tempo. The problem is that the position of the club and the club face and at the top and at the bottom and in the follow through are all wrong. Okay? The guy immediately picks his club up in front of him like this, right? Instead of taking it back, he immediately picks it up and then he gets in this pose that they've taught him to do. And then he does this swing like he's just crushed this golf ball. They never show the golf ball, by the way. So maybe they should get golfer. I understand that if you want Scotty Scheffler to do a clothing commercial, it's going to cost you more money than some model. Okay, so I, I guess I have to have sympathy for him. But I've never seen any of these models that had a good golf swing. They all look pretty bad. I think I'm going to help. My doctor and his assistant really need help. So I think I'm gonna have Jace come over with maybe a 7 iron, something like that, so that I can show him the basics. There are certain things that golfers do that cause problems, and they're very easy to solve. I know I've done this video before where I talk about why I don't play golf anymore. Mainly is because of the pain and the suffering that it caused me. I know that it was bad for me. Okay, and the clickiness of golf in the area. I don't know how it is now because I haven't picked up a golf club in a game for, oh shit, fuck. It's been 17 years, 16 years. But I still do teaching. So I had a deck out back that we had carpeted in a pad and showing people how to swing, because you don't need, in order to teach people what the golf swing is and why it works the way it does, okay? Yes, you have to go to the range and hit golf balls. But for the theory of the swing and why it looks the way it does and how it should look and what it feels like when you do it right, most people don't need to hit a golf ball. This is one of the reasons why the instructors in this town didn't like me, because number one, they were charging $70 an hour and I was charging 25. And I told people, I will charge you for 6 hours of golf lessons, and then after that, every golf lesson you have for the rest of your life with me is free. And I asked my doctor, I said, do you know how I could afford to do that? And he got it right away. They don't come back. And I say, you just ask yourself one question. Why does Tiger Woods still have a golf coach? Why does he have a golf coach? And most people can't understand that. Well, first off, he's not so much a golf coach as he is a sports psychologist who understands that person personally. It's like a personal sports psychologist where they don't have a bunch of different patients. They simply have one person that they focus on, and they know that person's swing so well that the person committing that action can't see what they're doing wrong, because so much of golf is right here. So much of the sport is right here, okay? But think of the reality of what's going on there. We're talking about someone who can go out and without any problems and play a decent round of golf, okay? But we're talking about a matter of feet here, okay? 6 feet further here, 6 feet further here. That's what they work on. They don't work on just trying to get it in the fucking fairway. They're working on smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller increments, okay? Number two that I try to teach people is golf is a game of distance. I want you to imagine something for a minute. Imagine if, let's take bowling. Let's take bowling. Okay, so you have to work your way down 18 lanes, and every lane is a different length. Do you think we'd see 300 games? We don't see perfect golf games. We don't see perfect golf games. You play a perfect golf game, you should birdie or eagle every hole, but we don't see that. We see 300 games all the time in bowling. Okay? Because they're all this, it's always the same distance. So if you pick up your 7-iron and you have no idea how far it's going to go, then you're not playing golf. Simple as that. Okay? It's a game of distance. That's why you have so many clubs in your bag. Learning to get the ball fairly straight. Okay? That's what I teach people to do. After that, I have them work on their distance. That's what's important when you go to the range. It's not about hitting a ball as far as you can. Okay? It's about having that ball drop right directly on top of that target you're aiming at every single time. Height. Another thing that I teach people, okay? If you're going to hit a golf ball like this, and every time it hits, it's going to be ricocheting and, skipping and flying, and everything is a burner shot, okay? Which too many of these fucking guys around here were teaching people basically how to crush down on the golf ball, put a lot of spin on it, was causing all kinds of problems, and they were hitting these fucking burners, and none of them knew where that ball was going to stop. It had nothing to do, they were hoping it would go straight, but they had no idea where it was going to stop. Was it going to go over the green? Was it going to be short of the green? Or is it going to land on the green? Well, what's more important? Now, for people like me with my game, because I happen to be one of the world's worst fucking putters, I carried 4 wedges in my bag. Because I could crush my irons, my woods, and I had to be accurate. For 20 years, I taught myself how to hit the green in regulation or better because I was such a fucked up putter. And I mean, man, I can't see that. I just sucked. Easy could have played a pro game. I just couldn't putt. The clickiness around here is what got me. Okay? It really did. Lying, cheating. Golf is a game of honor. These motherfuckers, man. And again, I'll tell the story. So I get sick and tired of these fucking golf instructors and there's loudmouth fucking golfers in this town. I'm like, okay, let's put your money where your mouth is. Okay, you want to talk fucking shit? All you guys play in these formatted tournaments where your handicap that you have registered is what you play with. Hey, fuck you. You guys are telling me you're going to kick my ass? Right? All of them talking fucking shit about how good they were. And so I put on a golf tournament. $5,000 cash, first place prize. Okay? $2,500 second place prize. Third place prize was actually worth about $8,000, which was a full living room leather setup that a friend of mine who was a great golfer was putting up. And like 3-4 people called. Nobody wanted anything to do with that fucking tournament because they knew they sucked. And a straight up golf tournament, not a single goddamn one of these loudmouths in this fucking town, okay, wanted to sign up. That was very satisfying for me and put an end to all the fucking... Because I would ask them, why didn't you sign up then? If you're going to kick my fucking ass, why didn't you sign up? Because that was your opportunity to not just kick my ass, but to take $5,000 home. So golf got real clicky here. Little clicky groups, you know what I mean? Fuck you guys, man. It made me sick. I do miss golf, but I don't miss any of the bullshit that came with it. I don't. The lying, the cheating, the kicking, the mulligans, you fucking name it, okay? It just drove me nuts. I guess it's part of where I live, you know what I mean? It was also ungodly hot. in the summertime. The majority, spring and fall here is some of the most beautiful weather and beautiful golf opportunities. But for the majority of summer, unless you're going to go out there when it's 100 plus degrees and play golf every day, it's extremely difficult. Anyway, I thought I'd get that off my shoulders. Whenever I see a golf model doing a golf swing, you watch them. Okay? What you're going to see them do is they're not going to take the golf club back on the inside. They're going to lift that fucking thing straight up in the air like this. Okay? You watch. Pay attention next time.